you've got a lot of fresh polling right in front of you that just came up as we were sitting here chatting, waiting to come on. So why don't we dig into that? Because then I've got a question for you, and I want to ask you, you've been polling it. But welcome back to the program. You've been polling for the last couple of days on this. What's the latest?
Well, what a week. And I'll tell you what, the polling is all kind of stagnated for about 2 months. But just this week, I feel like America is moving and changing. And even before this horrifying thing with Charlie Kirk, I felt like that murder down in Charlotte was a really big deal. The way that it changed the narrative and how people discuss things on Twitter. We've gotten to a place where the dialogue is just completely different than you would have even expected a week ago. There are people talking about, we even saw Fox News talking about per capita black crime, violent crime statistics. So America is changing very rapidly, and then this whole thing happens. And so there's been very limited polling that we've had since this is going on, but we have 2 nights of new overnight data. And I can tell you that President Donald Trump's job approval rating has not changed. It's holding up. It's -3 points right now. But what has happened is right direction polling has dropped 3 points just in 2 days, driven by Republicans plunging 6 points and independents by 5. Democrats are the same. Now, people could say, oh, what does that mean? Oh, well, we're not happy with Trump. No, this is people's I think this is a visceral reaction to the state of America. And we've been, as you know, following Right Direction for a very long time because it set records coming into Trump's second term. It's been mid-40s this entire time. So for it to drop down close to 40 immediately with only 2 out of the 5 nights, I think this is a big movement. I think this is a gut check for America. Now, we also have the first night back of a 3-night set of Charlie Kirk polling. It could change a little. It'll probably change a few points, but just directionally speaking, the numbers are stunning. We have nearly 70% of American likely voters being very concerned about political violence in America, another 20% somewhat. That number's almost 90%. Then we have, how concerned are you that there will be more political killings in the next couple of months? 50% roughly. Very concerned, or very likely, another 34% somewhat. So we're in the mid-80s there. It just keeps going on and on. What's to blame for this? Is it access to firearms? Is it access to mental health? Nope. The plurality answer is 45%. This is because of the violent rhetoric. That's the number one answer. Only 30% say access to firearms. And then this final one, this is, do you agree or disagree with this quote? I think it's a Donald Trump quote. It's long past time for all Americans in the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. 50% strongly agree, roughly 30% somewhat, 80%. You know as well as I do from following polling that you don't get 80% numbers. So America, despite what you see,
I want to jump in there. So that was a Donald Trump quote.
I think it was, yeah. Don't quote me on that, but I mean, strong language. People do not like the idea of political violence. So the problem is that what we're seeing now is all of these ghoulish, demonic human beings on Twitter,
celebrating this.
On TikTok, celebrating this.
And let me ask you about that, because here's what we've been watching for the last 48 hours or more in this office, in this studio, and in coordination with all the folks across the RAV universe. And that is a large number of people posting going, I don't know who these people are that are celebrating. I can't be associated with that. I'm not really political. Yeah. I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to leave the Democrat Party. I've seen post after post after post. White people, black people. It doesn't matter who you are. Big, tall, fat, small. It doesn't matter. Right. They're like, I want nothing to do with these people celebrating and dancing on the grave of Charlie Kirk. They're completely offended by it and repulsed by it. Is there any polling on that?
Well, I mean, with the numbers that we got there, with 80% of people agreeing with that statement about not wanting political violence, I'm sure there's a majority of Democrats, too. We're probably going to see a number in the 60s or 70s. Now, there is the uncomfortable truth that there's about 25 to 30% of this country that is probably just gone. And it's not all Democrats. It's a lot of independents and some Republicans. It's a lot of younger voters. But we've seen this before in other questions when we asked, is it understandable that Luigi Mangione executed the CEO of United Healthcare based on the high cost of, and it was 28%. 28%. Now, it's a lot of people, but it's not all the Democrats. Now, we don't have any more Charlie Kirk polling back, but we do have this one we did a snap poll on Irina Zarutska after people. I mean, because let's not forget the fact that 3 days ago, we did not have a White Lives Matter movement in America, and we do now. And so I think people's opinions are changing very fast, and there's a lot in this poll, but the one number I want to point out is that we've been polling on capital punishment, and 5 years ago, only 49% wanted executions in America, 36% didn't. Do the math, that's net plus 13. Now, we asked in this particular situation that if convicted, should DeCarlos Brown be executed? 60% yes, 20 no. So it's moved 27 points towards execution. And of the people, and now a lot of those people haven't even seen the picture or heard about the story, but of the people that saw the photo of the killer on the train, 73-14, including a lot of Democrats want this to happen. Literally a majority of every demographic, a plurality of Democrats, 48% to 28%, want this guy executed. Even people who say that our country is too soft on crime, by a plurality, want this guy executed. I think that represents, plus the change in right direction number, the beginning of a move towards justice. Yes.
Yeah. Mark, I got to leave it there. A lot of great information. Thank you for sharing all those fresh numbers with us. Brand new here on America's Voice Live. Mark Mitchell from Rasmussen.